Do you like food? That's a silly question. Of course you do. Do you like adventure? Probably. Probably who doesn't like adventure? Welcome to Trailer Park, the podcast trailer podcast. I'm Tim Villegas. This podcast doesn't just play trailers. It's about the art of creating a great trailer. My co-host Ariel Nissenblatt and I are here to serve up trailers, hot, fresh, and sizzling from the proverbial podcast skillet. Each one a unique experience. Ariel and I are recording this episode asynchronously, so you'll hear from her later in the episode. On the menu this week, get ready to embark on a global culinary adventure with foods that matter. Food archaeologist John Robert Sutton, also known as the Indiana Jones of food, invites us to unlock the secrets to the globe's most extraordinary cuisines, as he's been doing throughout his travel in over 120 countries. While he pushes on enriching top grocery stores and Michelin-starred chefs with the finest ingredients and powering them with the most unique and sustainable products, John is bringing us along with him to where these rare foods can be found. On Foods That Matter, we listen and gain insider knowledge on trending foods, deep insights into food culture, and a comprehensive understanding of what you're eating, including food origins. Let's hit play on the trailer and we'll catch you on the other side to discuss our thoughts about it.
I've spent my whole life risking my safety to bring the world's greatest foods to you. From hunting down Sichuan peppers in the Wuhan wet markets during COVID, to getting shot at driving through Haiti, sourcing the world's best coffee, to delivering vodka in the 90s in an 18-wheeler across the icy winter roads of Russia, to having one of my closest associates assassinated over mezcal in Mexico. You would not believe the people I've met, the places I've been, and the things I've seen until now. Come along, but don't worry, not all our adventures will be filled with peril. As we discover the trophies you'll want on your table, we'll sit down together with world royalties and rank and be welcomed by the people and cultures who make our food and drink possible. I've logged millions of miles, but the best is yet to come. Join me on my quest into the foods we eat.
So you kind of discovered the source of this vanilla and where to get it in its purest form.
The stories they tell.
The way that we think about chicken is the way that we think about farming. It's the way that we think about politics and who gets elected into office. It's the way that we think about global nutrition and food security. It's the way that we think of war and peace and how food can be transported amongst continents and nations. Those things dictate who we are as a society, who we are as a community. And that's all due to the humble chicken.
With the people that make it all happen.
Having to stay in the game, I need to meet demand. And it's people like you that are out there finding this stuff. You're making it available and giving me this myriad of colors to paint.
This is for the tastemakers. This is for the adventurers. This is for you. Foods That Matter. Coming in March 2024. Available everywhere. From Kurtco Media.
Wow. I'm not sure I've ever been so excited about a food podcast before. Let's run down the things that I loved about this trailer. It felt like a movie trailer, which I thought was great. Not everyone can pull this off, but definitely this one did. The sound production was excellent. Music, design, it was all fabulous. And folks, the production on the trailer matches the production in the episodes. I checked. So great job to the producers of this trailer and podcast. I thought the pacing was spot on. The host has an excellent voice, and I really loved the clips towards the end of the trailer. I think more podcasts should put clips of what the episode is going to sound like in the trailer. I think this really sets the listener up to know what is going to happen in the podcast and maybe some of the feelings that are associated with listening to the podcast. Okay, so here is what I didn't love. The trailer was over 2 minutes, and you know how I feel about longer trailers. But it was a very entertaining trailer. And just like the 20,000 Hertz episode, make sure to listen to that one. If the sound production is high, then I'm certainly willing to give a pass on the length of the trailer. Here's something else. The host never introduces themselves. I know from the description that the host is John Robert Sutton and that he is AKA the Indiana Jones of food. But as the listener of the trailer, I'm not sure who this person is or why I should care about the host. The podcast seems like it's definitely more on the narrative side, so I would have loved to hear a little bit of an introduction about the host and their background. I'm going to turn it over to Ariel to share some of her thoughts on this trailer. Ariel, what do you think?
Hello, Timothy, and hello, Trailer Parkers. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed that trailer. I know I did. What did I love about it? Well, Tim really hit the nail on the head. It sounds like a movie. It sounds so epic. The music is captivating. It gets you going. It makes you want to stand up out of your chair and pump your fists. I wanted to go to all of the places that the host mentioned, and I wanted to taste the food that he was describing. I thought the trailer was extremely visceral. It made me imagine that the food and the travel was right there in front of me and that it was all possible. And that's the beauty of audio. You can close your eyes and really be there. I don't have much negative to say about this trailer. I think from a baseline perspective, I was entertained. I was intrigued by what could come after it. And all I can hope for is that the tone is matched in the actual show. But there we have it. Tim Villegas, my co-host, has confirmed that for us. So check out the show. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you think the trailer matches the tone of the episodes that are published. We are putting this episode of Trailer Park out in April. So Foods That Matter is already live with a bunch of episodes. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks so much, Ariel. What do you think of the Foods That Matter trailer? You can contact us on the socials, Instagram and Threads at trailerpark_pod. We love to hear from you, the trailer heads. A huge thank you to our sponsors. First up is FanList, an audience engagement tool for podcasters. Audience engagement is so important in the podcast landscape nowadays, and FanList makes it incredibly easy to cultivate and maintain a relationship with your listeners. Go to fanlist.com/trailerpark to see it in action. On our FanList page, you can leave a message, leave us a tip, leave us a comment, leave us your feedback, anything that your heart desires. Try it out for yourself. It's totally free. Go to fanlist.com to learn more. Next, Ausha is our podcast hosting provider. It's where we upload the audio of each and every Trailer Park episode. Ausha makes it super easy. With the click of a button, our show is auto-published on YouTube so that folks can discover us there. Very useful stuff. Go to osha.co to learn more. That does it for this episode of Trailer Park, the Podcast Trailer Podcast. This show is written and produced by me, Tim Villegas, and Ariel Nissenblatt. We record on Squadcast and edit in Descript. Our logo is by Kaio Slikta. Our music is from Melody. That's melod.ie. Thanks for listening, everyone. Happy trails.